Well, and hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, and welcome again. Doesn't it feel good to be a part of the Sussex squad? Doesn't it feel good? It feels good to be in the Sussex squad. We are a big squad. We are an international squad. We are wide on all sides of the globe. And I am talking about the Sussex squad. I've had some people tell me that I say Sussex wrong. Well, you know what? I'm gonna say it how I want to say it. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Meghan, Duchess of Advocacy World Podcast. And we are going to do a live podcast entitled Sussex Talk, where we talk about our faves, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry, and Meghan. And I am your host, Special K Thoughts, aka Special K, better known in the world of X, formerly known as Twitter. And of course, we are on Blue Sky, and we're on Instagram, and we're on Apple and Spotify podcasts as well, and YouTube as well. Squatties, welcome. Those of you in the chat, welcome. Those of you who are just listening and you're not in the chat, welcome. It's been a minute since I've done a live podcast. I've just had a lot of things that I've had to do in my personal life, and I haven't really had time. But trust me, please believe me when I say, please believe me, Special K Thoughts, when I say, and of course, I have been diligently, intentionally, purposefully making sure that I stay updated and that I follow our faves, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And boy, oh boy, these two have been busy. They've been busy. They have been very busy since the last time I've done a live podcast. Very, very busy. They're all over the place. They're all over the world in regards to the media. Everything, literally everything that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex do is reported about. Literally everything. Worldwide, international news, these two make. Why? Because, number one, they're working. But probably the biggest reason why these two, when I say these two, I'm talking about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. The reason why they get reported on all the time is because people are interested in them. Whether you love them or you don't like them, for whatever reason, for those who don't like them, have to read about them, have to follow them. I guarantee you there are people listening to this live podcast right now who swear up and down, all around, that they can't stand the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, but they're listening to this live podcast. And then I will get emails from those exact same people telling me how much they can't stand Prince Harry and Meghan. There has got to be a psychiatrist, a psychologist, somebody who studies human behavior that will study people like that. The phenomenon of people who claim they can't stand Prince Harry, but more so Meghan, but follow their every move. All right, guys. Again, welcome to Meghan Duchess of Advocacy World Podcast, and we're going to do a live podcast of Success Talk. Again, we haven't done a live podcast probably in about a month, so those of you who have been waiting, well, I'm doing a live podcast today, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining us and listening. Again, I'm your host, Special K Thoughts, and before I get started, I want to go ahead and do my disclaimer alert, my honorary disclaimer alert. Right? Because you got to do the disclaimer alert, right? You got to do it. You got to do it, especially here on YouTube. Okay. So here we go. If this is the first time that you are joining us, this is the first time that you're listening to a live podcast, we are definitely a pro Prince Harry and Meghan podcast. Okay. We are fans and stans of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Okay. There are no fence riders here. No fence riders here. We do not do both sides here. There's no both sides. There's no. There is no both sides here. No. Hell no. Okay, we don't do both sides. We don't do, well, I actually like the Duke. What are they? The Prince and Princess of Cambridge. I like those people. And I like, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. No, I'm sorry. The Prince and Princess of Wales. I'm sorry. Okay. No. Well, I like King Charles and Camilla. I like them. Hell no. You will you will not you will not. I promise you, you will not be a part of this live podcast telling me, Special K Thoughts, that you like Queen Camilla. Oh no, nobody will in their life will ever disrespect Princess Diana on my channel. So I think my message is clear. We don't do both sides here. Okay, we are fanatical about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. We don't do both sides here. There's no camaraderie here. I'm sorry, there just isn't. They're just okay. We can't stand royal reporters, royal commentators. We can't stand them. Okay. So, if that is your cup of tea, then stay. By all means, stay. If you're not a follower, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We would love for you to follow this channel. But if you're the type that likes everybody, kumbaya, then exit to the left. Okay. I hate to be that blunt. I hate for it to be that way, but baby, that's the way it is. Okay, that's the way it is. I'm gonna go ahead and look into the chat. I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Okay, I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Okay, because I'm like this, fight fire with fire. I'm sorry. Well, no, I'm not sorry. You got to fight fire with fire when it comes to being a fan, a stan, a staunch supporter of Prince Harry and Meghan. Because at the end of the day, do any of those royal psychopath carnival experts reporters, are they fair to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex? When they have their round tables and they have 3 or 4 quote unquote world commentators, world experts talking about Harry and Meghan, are they fair and balanced? Do they like the Duke and Duchess of Sussex? Hell no. Fight fire with fire. All right. All right. So those of you who listen to this channel, you know Special K Thoughts. I don't skip a beat, right? All right. I'm going to go ahead and look into the chat. I see a lot of the usual suspects. I want to thank you guys for continuing to stick around and support this channel. I really, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate it. I really, 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 really do. Okay. Let's see. All right. Miss Lydia, welcome, welcome, welcome. I see you and thank you so much for your support. So, Miss Lydia, I had some time today. It's good to see you. Little Mac, it's good to see you. Joan Commonwealth here. Hey, it's good to see you. Susie Q, how are you? Hey, Joy, how are you? Black Queen, how are you doing, sis? Mina Ruth, hello, hello, hello. H Night, how are you doing? How's it going on in Georgia? How is it in Georgia? My neighbor, Cookies and Cream, how are you? It's all love here. It's all love here. Squatties showing each other love in the chat. Connie, Miss Connie, how are you doing? All right. Still going in the chat. Lauren, how are you? Vonzola, how are you doing? Veronica, how are you? Mama Janet, what's up? Sharon, how are you? Emma, how are you? Beverly, how are you? Brenda, how are you? Welcome to welcome, welcome. Miss Janet, how are you doing? All right, all right, all right. Let's go ahead and get started, guys. It's a beautiful Sunday where I'm at. Hopefully, where you're at, it's beautiful weather. It's been cold though. It's been unusually cold, but you know, spring is here. It's starting to bloom where I live, and the pollen has been out since January. So I love this time of year, but I'm a summer person. I am a summertime person because I love to go to the beach. I love to grill. I just love being outside and all the different festivals that are getting ready to come our way. I can't wait. Um, but let me go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and get my slides ready. Been a minute since I've done this, so you're gonna have to work with me here because I might stumble and fumble. Well, you know what? I always stumble and fumble doing these live podcasts anyway. All right, so sexist talk. Let's go ahead and get started. The beginning, I'm sorry, not the beginning, but the name of this podcast, I just called it Sexist Squad Family Chat because that's basically all we're having today is a family chat. Because, like I said, since the last time I've done a live podcast, it's been about a month, and oh my gosh, oh my goodness, my God, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. I mean, they have done so much within the past month. I'm pretty sure that you've listened to other live podcasts during this past month who have probably already talked about what we're going to talk about today, but that's okay. That's okay, because you know what? One thing I love about the different pro Harry and Meghan podcasts that are out there is that we're all different, right? We're different. It's like we have different personalities, right? We have different presentations, different perspectives, points of view, so it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Cool. Success Squad family chat. Success talk. Let's go. And before I switch this slide, look at the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. That is one of my favorite pictures of those two. Like, seriously, one of my favorite pictures of those two right here. Right? I mean, Harry always looks very handsome in black. He's very handsome, period. But when he wears all black, there's just something about him, right? And Meghan, I love it when she wears her hair back in a ponytail. I'm not a ponytail, in a bun. Right? To me, it when she wears her hair back and in a pony, and here I said it again. When Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, wears her hair back in a bun, it really highlights her face. And she has such a beautiful face. And I'm telling you, her eyebrows pop, right, when her hair is pulled back. Okay. So just love the picture. Those two. One of my favorite pictures. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about the Invictus Games, because I haven't talked to you guys about the Invictus Games, Vancouver Whistler 2025. Okay. Haven't talked to you guys about this. Let people, squatty, sexy squad. Let's call a thing a thing. Let's call a thing a thing. Yeah. Huge success. Let's call a thing a thing. Invictus Games, Vancouver Whistler 2025, monumental success. I think we tend to forget that the Invictus Games, right, Vancouver Whistler, it was held in two different locations. They pulled it off. They pulled it off. Huge success. First, it was the premiere of the Winter Games, right? They had it in two different locations. Huge, monumental success. Look at the crowds out there in the cold. Okay. And this picture right here doesn't give it justice, right? This picture right here does not give it justice in regards to the crowds that were really out there. Okay. And what I loved about the Invictus Games, Whistler in Vancouver, was that, there were so many options. So many options. I wish I had went, but I didn't go. You can go to the games, or you can go to the different events that they had, right? And just hang out, have a good time, listen to music. They had so many different, local musical acts at these different events. It was awesome. Okay. Awesome. My slides are running kind of slow, so I'm using what's this called? What the heck is this called? I'm not using StreamYard. I'm using, is it RetroStream? Something like that. It's a different streaming service that I'm using. So I got to kind of get used to it. But again, Invictus Games, Vancouver Whistler, huge monumental success. It was. It truly, honestly was. I mean, there's no denying it. I don't know about you guys, right? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about you, but I think that the Invictus Games Vancouver Whistler 2025, the first Winter Games, I think it probably was the most successful Invictus Games so far. I really honestly believe that. I mean, I'm saying that because just by looking at different stories on social media, the way it was covered, um, I, just a huge success. And what I loved about the Invictus Games 2025 is Prince Harry and Meghan, they were so humble, right? They made sure that they got permission from the First Nations to hold this event on sacred ground. I mean, the respect, the genuine respect that they showed the First Nations was just outstanding. It really truly was. And not only did they ask permission to host the Invictus Games, right? Vancouver, Whistler, but they made the First Nations, I believe it was four of them, they made them collaborators. They were a part of this. They made sure that they were included in every decision that was made. The Invictus Games Vancouver Whistler was a collaboration with the First Nations. I mean, look at that. If you're, watching on your smart phone, if you're watching on your laptop, if you're, you could be watching on your smart TV. Um, I got a funny story to tell you guys real quick. Sidebar. I was home and I was fooling around on my smart TV, and I went on YouTube and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and pull up Meghan, Duchess of Advocacy World Podcast channel. I've never done it before on my smart TV, right? I got a 72-inch smart TV. So I was like, yeah. So I pulled it up and I was like, wow. And I listened to one of my live podcasts for the first time on my smart TV. And I was like, whoa, okay. I got a kick out of it. But if you're watching on your smart TV, your smartphone, your laptop, whatever, um, if you can see the slides. And I mean, these pictures are so beautiful, aren't they? They are so beautiful. I mean, look at Prince Harry. Prince Harry is just awesome with kids, right? To see him dancing with this little girl, obviously it's a snapshot, right, into what was going on. And it's not staged or anything like that. And then you see the picture with Meghan playing with the little baby. I believe what was going on here was that Prince Harry and Meghan, they were doing, I believe they had visited either a classroom, one of the First Nations, and they had attended some type of meeting with the First Nations, and the kids were there. But it just goes to show you, this picture right here lets you know how big the Invictus Games are. Right? There's many different moving parts connected to the Invictus Games. All right. I just like this picture. I just love it. I love this picture. I thought it was awesome. I thought this was such a sweet picture. Right. Such a sweet picture. And that's why the Invictus games are so important because not only does it highlight, right, and uplift our, you know, disabled veterans, but it also is very inspiring to children who have physical challenges as well, right? I'm pretty sure it was very inspiring for this uh, young boy who's in the wheelchair to see an adult who may be in a wheelchair participating in a sport and being very successful, right? The little boy is so cute, but what I love is I love his kicks. I love his Nike kicks. So cute, so inspiring. All right, moving on, moving on. Let's see. All right, and that's another young person who's in a wheelchair, giving Prince Harry a high five. And I love his haircut. He's got his little suit on, right? And his haircut. I mean, it's so cute. And speaking of kicks, Prince Harry, of course, he stepped his game up with his kicks as well. Yeah, I agree. I'm just happened to look over to my right at the chat, and I agree with this comment here. H Knight says, "I'm surprised that they haven't gotten South Africa on board yet." Yeah, that is shocking. Pretty shocking. All right. Next slide. Prince Harry as well, chopping it up with the kids. I believe that this little boy right here, that Prince Harry and Meghan knows him personally. I believe he's got a brother, and him and his brother are when they go to the Invictus games, they walk up to Harry, they walk up to Meghan, and they get pictures with those two. All right. Next slide. All right. So before we talk about the entertainment, okay, the Invictus Games, again, like I said at the beginning of this podcast, just a monumental success. Let's call a thing a thing. It seriously was a monumental success. My hats off to Canada, our North American brothers and sisters. I mean, they really, really showed the Invictus Games some love. I heard from squatties who were there that Vancouver had the streets decorated with Invictus Games signs, and they were like the perfect host. I heard that the veterans and their families that participated in the Invictus Games that were there were put in top notch 5-star hotels, um, just shown and treated with dignity, respect, and very well taken care of. And I heard that the volunteers were well organized and that things just went very smoothly. And you got to give your hats off to that, because again, this was the first time that the Invictus Games was held in the winter. Okay, in the winter, that's not easy. Your very first time, that's not easy, right? And then again, we gotta remember we're dealing with veterans that have physical challenges, amputees, right, and injuries, and it's not easy being out in the cold when you have injuries to your body, right? A lot of us who have injuries to our bodies, I have knee issues and I have back issues. And one thing that I definitely do know is that when it's cold, that's when I have a lot more pain in my knee and in my back. So there's something about the cold that agitates physical injuries. So hats off to the veterans who participated in the winter games, right? The ones who participated in the, I guess, the ski events, and who were out there in the cold. It's not easy being comfortable in the cold. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the entertainment. Um, Chris Martin from Coldplay, outstanding, right? He did a top notch job. I mean, had the crowd on their feet. Everybody was enjoying his performance. I don't have the video, but I'm pretty sure everybody's seen the video of the two officers that were dancing and just having a good time. You saw people from different countries that were just into it, really, really into it, and having a good time and singing along when Chris Martin performed. It was just a beautiful thing to me when you saw people from different countries, right, singing along and having a good time. That's the spirit of the world, right? We're all in this together, and we all may come from different nationalities, different ethnic backgrounds, different countries, but at the end of the day, we all love our veterans, right? We love our veterans, the ones who put their lives on the line for our country, right? So that the spirit of Invictus was in that crowd, baby. Okay, during the opening ceremonies and during the closing ceremonies as well. Right here, I gotta admit, right? When I heard that Katy Perry was gonna perform, I was a little, I was not too nice, but I gotta give my hats off to Katy Perry. She did a really good job. She did. She brought it. Okay, she brought it. She did the thing. She did the damn thing. So I was very pleased with her performance, and as long as the veterans enjoyed it and as long as the crowd enjoyed it, hey, if they liked it, I loved it. Right. So um let's see. And I didn't catch all of the performers. I didn't catch Nelly Furtado. Okay. But I caught, and I don't know his name, and I should know his name, but the young man that was playing the guitar, I thought he was really good. Right. All the performers were good. Okay. And I love the fact that Katy Perry incorporated the military band. Okay. All right. So you guys know I'm an American, right? USA, red, white, and blue, right? Star Spangled Banner. So, excuse me. I'm about to highlight America right now. Okay. So there's Prince Harry looking fine as wine, and he's taking pictures with part of the American delegation. Handsome, handsome, handsome. I believe all three of these fine military service personnel are Marines. Okay, I believe that they're all U.S. Marines. Again, I gotta prop up USA. Gotta do it, gotta do it. You guys know I'm an Army veteran. Okay, you guys know I was in the Army, served my country. So USA. All right. And there's always, right, the customary honorary photo, right, of Prince Harry giving some bald-headed veteran a kiss on the head, right? And of course he came through again this year. And I think it's just natural for Prince Harry when he does this, right? He's not looking for that moment, not at all. It's just something that he does, you know, at the moment, what's in his heart, right? The picture on the left almost took me out, like for real. When I saw this picture the first time, it almost took me out, like for real, real, because that's such a genuine moment, so genuine. I'm talking about the picture on the left. This veteran is hugging Prince Harry, and he had a moment. And one thing about Prince Harry, he knows how to give a hug, right? Right, guys? Prince Harry knows how to give genuine, loving hugs, right? And that's what that called for at that moment between Prince Harry and this veteran. And if you look at the picture on the right, you see Prince Harry giving soldier honorary kiss on his bald head. I don't know if this veteran is a soldier. I don't know if he was in the army, the Marines, the Navy, or but I do believe that this veteran is from Brazil, if I'm not mistaken. Before I go on, Meghan, okay, she did not stay the whole Invictus Games, right? She didn't stay the whole Invictus Games. She was there at the beginning, and then she left. What, about maybe that the fourth day, fifth day, somewhere around that time, right? Now, did anybody notice that when Meghan left, that the majority of the people that don't like her stopped watching the Invictus Games? Did anybody notice that, or was it just me? Right? It was like a lot of the negative commentary stopped. Right? A lot of the negative commentary stopped, but it wasn't just about that, though. It's like they stopped the negative commentary, but they did not continue to watch the Invictus Games to support the veterans that they claim that they want to support. Right? So, what's interesting to me is that a lot of the haters, a lot of people that don't like Meghan, right? Their main gripe was that when Meghan's there, it's the Meghan show. You saw that over and over and over and over again. It's the Meghan show when Meghan's there. Meghan takes over everything when she's there. The spotlight is not on the veterans when Meghan's there. Well, Meghan left. Meghan's got babies she's got to take care of, right? She's a mother. She left. She came. She supported her husband. And then she was like, I'm out. I'm out. We got kids. Mama got to take care of, right? Once she left, they could have continued to watch the Invictus Games and report on the veterans that were participating. Did they do that? Hell no, they didn't do that. Once Meghan was out, Success Squad. What does Success Squad do when Meghan went back home to take care of her babies? What did we do? We continued to watch the Invictus Games. We continued to comment on the Invictus Games. We continued to support the Invictus Games. We highlighted the different soldiers that were winning medals in the Invictus Games. We highlighted and we congratulated the teams that were winning medals in the Invictus Games. We kept it going. Right? See, that's the difference. That is the difference. Right there, baby. Squaddies, we continue to do our thing when it comes to supporting the Invictus Games. Right. We didn't slow down. We continued to support the Invictus Games. We continued to report on the Invictus Games. We continued to post on our different pages about the Invictus Games. We kept it moving. All right, so the picture on the left, Team Brazil. Okay, all the teams are outstanding. Okay, every last one of them. But Team Brazil, they had won a medal, and my God, they saluted Prince Harry. Now that was a moment. That was a moment, right? Almost brought tears to my eyes. And then the picture on the right, Prince Harry, he looked like he was about to come to tears. I believe Prime Minister Justin Trudeau was speaking. Justin Trudeau, hand clap to him, right? Supporting the Canadian team, right? Canada was the host country, so he definitely wanted to represent, right? But I don't have everything that Justin Trudeau said, but from what I heard, that his speech was outstanding. And at the end of the day, Justin Trudeau will always and forever be fine. He will. He will always and forever be fine. Justin Trudeau will always and forever be fine. He is. I mean, he is such a good looking guy. All right. So before we start talking about what you see on your screen, um, again, the Invictus games, outstanding. You guys let me know in the chat. Do you think that the Invictus games, Whistler, Vancouver, was the best Invictus game so far? What do you guys think? I don't know. Maybe because I was just so much into it. Well, I was a lot into it at the last Invictus games as well. But it could be that it's because it's growing and it's getting bigger and better. Maybe that's what it is, perhaps. Right? It's just getting bigger and better. Y'all, I was watching the Invictus games on ESPN. I caught some of the Invictus games on ESPN. That's huge. That is huge. ESPN showed the Invictus games. Unlike that other channel that bought the rights to Invictus games that didn't show it. But ESPN showed it. ah, Again, the Invictus games outstanding. I think it was one of the best Invictus games, period. And it could be because it's just getting bigger and better. It was great to see the dignitaries that were out there, the different famous people that were out there. It was nice to see Prince Harry and Meghan reconnect with a lot of the families that they've engaged with and interacted with at different Invictus games. Um, it was just all love and it was all good. And I'm looking in the chat right now, and I see some people thought Germany was good. Germany was good. It was. Um, and I see some people in the chat do think that IG 2025 was the best so far. Yeah. Um, all right. So we don't want to go negative. We're not going to try to be negative this live podcast. But we all know, right? We all know Invictus 2027 is going to be held in the UK. Let me get some water. Okay. Not to be disrespectful to any of my UK squatties. Um, I'm just gonna try to be positive about it. And just hope that people in the UK, outside of the Sussex squad, of course, realize and understand it's not about Prince Harry and it's not about Meghan. It's about the veterans that put their lives on the line, that put their bodies on the line to, you know, defend your country. If they keep that type of mindset, then things should go very well in the UK. Right. I believe things will go very well in the UK, period. I'm not really worried about that. Right. What causes me pause is the coverage. Okay. It's the coverage. ESPN barely reported about Prince Harry and Meghan. They really focused on the veterans, as it should be. Okay. Um, my concern is that the UK press will make it all about Prince Harry and Meghan and then blame them for it. But we shall see, right? We shall see how things go. Now, here's a question I have for you guys, for those of you who are in the chat. And if you're just now joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are not a follower or a subscriber, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, please. And make sure everybody hits the thumbs up button as well. I'm going to put another question out to those of you in the chat. Do you think Meghan will go to the Invictus Games 2027 in, was it Birmingham, UK? Do you think she'll go? Do you think she'll go? Ah. Right now, I would say no. She's not going to go. But she will go if Prince Harry is like, Meg, I really need you to be with me for a couple of days. She'll go. But if Prince Harry is like, no, I don't want you there, there's security reasons, this, that, and the other, she's not going to go. Right? I think it all boils down to security. At the end of the day, I think it all boils down to security at the end of the day. If the security ain't right, then she's not going to go. So. All right. Moving on. So let's go ahead and talk about Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. If you look at the picture on your left, and see, that's what I mean. You see how her hair is pulled back? That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. Right? Beautiful face. And her eyebrows, they pop. Right? And you can see her freckles. Beautiful freckles. Natural look. Natural, beautiful, stunning look. Okay. Sorry, I'm going back and forth. I'm trying to read what you guys are saying in the chat. Maybe I'm going too fast. People are still discussing if Meghan should go to the Invictus Games, which will be held in Birmingham, UK, 2027. I feel like if the security ain't straight, she's not going. See. So Black Queen says, those of you listening, I am reading the comments. Perhaps to support her husband, but I'd rather her not go to that curse aisle. Marjorie says, I don't think so unless something changes about her security. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I think it's all about a security issue. I think Meghan and Harry at this point, they are so like whatever the hell ever when it comes to the UK press, right? Because they know no matter what those two do, the UK press is going to shit all over it, right? So it's like they're like whatever, right? They're like whatever, but they know that the veterans are more important. So I guess my point is Meghan is not going to make that decision solely on the UK press, right? She's going to make that decision based on her security because she wants to be there to support her husband and support the veterans. All right, so Cookies and Cream says, I truly hope they change IG 2027 from the UK. That ungodly family and their racist goons don't care about the veterans. That diabolical KKK clan and their minions are going to try everything to sabotage it. Yeah, and that's another fear. That's a. I mean, I hate to say it, but that's a concern. It's not a fear, but it's a concern that I have. It's truly a concern that I have. We all saw how there was a squatties there that bumped into Yuck Mouth, right? I forgot who the squatties were, but caught Yuck Mouth there, bumped right into him. Why would Yuck Mouth be there? And you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about his first name is Tom. I forgot his last name, but he was there. This man done released a book with all kinds of lies about, particularly Meghan, has said on national TV that his goal is to destroy Meghan, not Prince Harry. No. His goal is to destroy Meghan. And he was at the Invictus Games. Of course he's got every right to be there. Of course he does. Right? But at the end of the day, he wasn't there to highlight the veterans. No. He was there to find anything negative about Prince Harry and Meghan. He went there with an agenda. Okay. So, with the likes of him that are a part of the UK media, and yes, he's an author, but he's a part of the UK media at the end of the day, right? Because he goes on different shows, British talking TV shows, and talks trash about Harry and Meghan. So you know that he's definitely going to be at the Invictus Games in Birmingham, UK in 2027. Too many negative press elements that are going to be there who are not going to focus on the veterans. They're going to focus on Prince Harry and Meghan. And that's a concern that I have. Oh, his name. Okay, that's his name. Okay, so his name is Tom Bauer. Okay, I like to call him Yuck Mouth because his breath stank. And I was watching the short interview that the squatties did with him, and he really honestly looks like, number one, he looks like he smells real bad. Right? He did. He stank. Like, for real, seriously. And because his clothes were all baggy and wrinkled. And number two, it's like, dude, I mean, I have nothing against people who are in the geriatric stage because Lord knows I'm closer to the geriatric stage at this point in my life as well. Right? But this man had all kinds of bags underneath his eyes. He looked like a straight bum. Okay. And this dude flew all the way from the UK to Canada just to get dirt on Harry and Meghan. It's like, dude, aren't you a little old for that? That's one of your main focuses in life is to destroy Meghan? All right. Looking in the chat. Okay, that's the squattie's name. I know that they have a pro Meghan and Harry channel. I haven't watched it, but what's her name? Petal? Okay. I thought it was pretty good. I thought kudos to her for walking up to him and asking him questions. She was really nice. And I'm not saying that she should have been rude or nasty or anything like that. Not saying that at all. But if it was me, oh, it would have been a different type of questions. Trust me. But kudos to her, though. Okay, so again, those of you who are listening, we are discussing. Let me go back to that slide. It might confuse people. So those of you who are listening and watching on your, smartphones or you're watching on your laptops, we are talking about my question. Do you think that Meghan is going to attend the Invictus Games that will be held in Birmingham, UK, in 2027? Do you think she'll go? I say that she will go as long as the security is straight. She'll go for a couple of days and then she's out. So I'm just reading some of the squatties' answers to that question. All right. So is it Arrington says, "Good day, squatties. If Harry goes to Birmingham, then she will go. It will force the UK to provide adequate security. They don't want to prove the Sussex's point for that 10 days." Yeah, I agree. I think the press, no matter what, the press is going to make it about Prince Harry and Meghan. And then, of course, they're going to have to, they're always going to pull in and talk about will not and cannot. They are. And compare the Invictus games to Earthshot. They can't help themselves. You think so? Sean Jones says something very, very interesting. I'm not going to highlight it, but I just think there's a lot of threats towards her. Let's see. He do. See, Matt, that Tom Bauer, he looked like he stank. Like for real though. He looked like he was stank. Yeah, so Connie thinks that Meghan shouldn't go. Okay. All right. So different perspectives, different opinions. I'm still trying to figure out how in the hell though did Birmingham get it over Washington D.C. Washington D.C. would have been the perfect place. All that military brass that's in D.C. I know the United States is going through some things right now. I know. We got a commander in chief that's a straight bitch. I know. Trust me. I know. But at the end of the day, though, um, if the Invictus Games were held in Washington D.C., trust and believe, the U.S. press would make it about the veterans. They would, right? There'd be some elements that would, mention, the welfare queens, but at the end of the day, Washington D.C. is a pro-military city, big time. Way too many military dignitaries and brass, that's in that area. Um, and they definitely would have made it. There would have been so many people from Congress attending those games, Republican, Democrat, Independent, Libertarian, all that would have been all up in this game, especially that area. Okay, Americans know what I'm talking about. The DC area, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Trifecta area. You got Washington D.C., you got Virginia, you got Maryland. Woo! I hope they change their minds. I hope they say, you know what, due to Birmingham, UK having a lot of economic issues, we've decided that, it would be better to have IG 2027 in Washington, D.C. But who knows what's going to happen to this country? What type of shape is America going to be in 2027? They might, you know what? They might need to go on ahead and have IG 2027 back in Canada, like for real, like, like for real. If Canada would like to host it again, or South Korea, because I've heard South Korea has been doing all kinds of bids, right, to have the Invictus Games there. Also, Italy. I heard Italy has a strong contender, and they really, you know, been doing all kinds of stuff to get the Invictus Games in Italy as well. So, anyway, we'll see. We'll see. All I'm saying is that um, back to the Meghan question. I believe that she will go if the security is straight. Um, all right. All right. Speaking of Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. If you, and I've already said it before, but if you look at the picture on your left, um, again, I love it when she wears her hair back in a bun because it highlights her beautiful face. Her eyebrows pop, and you see her freckles. And, the natural look is very beautiful on her because she's a beautiful woman. So I know we're all loving it that Meghan is back on Instagram, and I love the way that she used Instagram stories to highlight the Invictus Games, right? On Instagram stories, Megan was posting all kinds of pictures and all kinds of videos of the Invictus Games. I mean, it was beautiful. It was great. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. And we were all wondering, right? Weren't all of us wondering if Megan was going to use her Instagram page um, for other things besides promoting, right, her business or the TV show that's coming out on Netflix. But sis, she, in my opinion, has finally realized, you know what? I can't let these motherfuckers, you know, with their hateration tactics, uh, control me on what I want to do on social media. I think she's finally come to that realization. So I love it. And I know everybody loves it that she's back on Instagram and that she's actually posting. I was concerned that she was going to drop one post here, and then she wouldn't post again for 3 or 4 months. I was kind of concerned she was going to go that route, but she's not. She's posting um frequently, which is great. Again, and I loved it that she was posting pictures and videos during the Invictus games on her Instagram stories. I fell out. I seriously fell out when one of her haters had posted that they couldn't believe that she took down one of her posts on Instagram stories. Posted, oh, she took it down. I'm like, these people are really that ignorant? Really? Are they really that ignorant? Doesn't everybody know that Instagram stories only last for 24 hours? I guess they really are that stupid. Anyway, Meghan has made a new announcement. A new announcement, right? So we all know American Riviera Orchard was her business adventure. And I've said it before on this podcast. I always felt that name was too long. Right. American Riviera Orchard. I felt it was just too long. So Meghan has made this announcement that ARO is now going to be as ever, which I think is a great idea. Okay. As ever. I think it would even be better if it was as ever Meghan. Okay. But it's not my business. And one thing that we know about Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, is that she knows what she's doing. Okay. Now, I wasn't really surprised that she changed the name to As Ever. She's been hinting for a few years, right, about As Ever. Come on, people. Her podcast, Archetypes. She was ending the podcast saying, As Ever, Meghan. Right. And when she was saying it, it came across to me that it was very intentional. Right. As Ever, Meghan. That's a really good name for a perfume. Think about it. Seriously, think about it. As Ever, Meghan. Who? Girl, that is a really good name for a perfume. It really is. It really, really is. As Ever, Meghan. But anyway, again, I wasn't really too surprised by the name change. Meghan explained the name change, which was spot on. American Riviera Orchard, that is known for the Santa Barbara area. And she said that, having that name was going to limit her to what products that she can sell and what she can do. She had to basically limit herself to, certain products in that region. But I think the biggest part of that announcement was when she said that she's in business with Netflix. Now, come on, people, that's huge. Her business partner is Netflix. Okay. Netflix is not going to put their money behind somebody's business if they do not see it as potentially being very, very successful. Right? So, that is huge news. All this news that's been coming around, right? All of these opinion pieces that have been coming around, I shouldn't say coming around, but that have been put out there in the atmosphere constantly over and over and over and over again, right? Not so much here in the United States, but you guys know what I'm talking about. All these opinion pieces all this commentary about how Netflix is going to dump Harry and Meghan and how Netflix is not happy and that Harry and Meghan have failed at Netflix and all this bullshit. And yet Meghan drops this bomb that Netflix is a business partner of hers now. Now that is a flex. You talk about a flex. That is a flex. It's huge. Okay. All right. Again, if you are not a subscriber, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Please make sure that you hit the thumbs up button. Thank you. All right. And again, Meghan posting on her IG page. It's just wonderful for us squatties, right? Isn't that a beautiful thing? Don't you love it when you get notifications? Right? Don't you love it when you get notifications from Meghan's Instagram page that she's posted something? I love it. It's like, oh, the Duchess, she's posted something on her Instagram page. Let me hurry up and get on Instagram. Right? But Meghan had posted this on her Instagram page, and it gives you the insight into her, right? It really, really does. That's what Instagram's all about, right? You get to know, you get some insights into somebody's personality, right, by what they post on Instagram. So Meghan did this post on Instagram where you see on your if you're watching on your laptop, on your smartphone, or your smart TV. But the Duchess posted this, and the title, what she stated is that, from memory lane to the memories I'm making today. Right? Kind of like a life board, I guess you can kind of say. And squatties, you guys know how we do, right? We zoomed in. We zoomed in to see what memories that the Duchess has and what she's looking forward to. But what I really love about this post on Instagram is the fact that Meghan featured Lauryn Hill's "Do Wop That Thing." Oh my God. She featured Lauryn Hill's song, "Do Wop That Thing." Okay? Now that song was huge back in what, 1996, 1997? I guess Meghan would have been what? Maybe a sophomore in high school? Okay. I had already graduated from high school. I think when that song dropped. I think. Had I got it? Yeah, just whenever. Right. I think I got what? How many years on Meghan? 2 or 3 years on her. But anyway, but you trust me, trust me. We was loving that, right? Meghan featured Lauryn Hill's "Do Wop That Thing." She featured the song "Do Wop That Thing" by Lauryn Hill. Now that was a moment. Okay, that was a moment for me. All right. Lauryn Hill today. Oops, I don't know what happened to Lauryn Hill. I don't know, something snap. I don't know. I just think she's very disrespectful to her fans. Okay, I do. I think she's very disrespectful to her fans. She has a concert once every, maybe 2 times a year, and she's like 2-3 hours late, and then catches an attitude when people call her out on it. So anyway, that's not the same Lauryn Hill. The Lauryn Hill of today is not the same Lauryn Hill of 1997, 98, 99. Okay, there you go. Especially when she was with the Fugees, right? I love Warren with the Fugees. Probably has one of the sickest 16 bars in hip hop ever featured in the song Ready or Not, Fugees. Check it out. That's by Lauryn Hill Spiel. All right. Excuse me, guys. Okay. All right. So Meghan posts a video on her Instagram page. Right. Cute video. Very, very cute. One thing I noticed about Meghan is that she's a really good producer. Okay, because at the end of the day, she's the producer of these, little videos that she's posting on Instagram. Right, they're her ideas. Right, she's producing them. Very good producer. But anyway, so she does this video, very, very nice video, on Instagram, and there's one part in the video where she's watering, I guess, plants or something, and she asks Prince Archie if he wants to, water, and he's so cute. He says, "If you want me to." So cute. But anyway, so she has on this Northwestern University sweatshirt. Okay. And many people in the United States, many Americans who pay attention to Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, knew that she graduated from Northwestern University. Okay. Many of us already knew that. Okay. Many of her fans outside the United States already knew that she was a graduate of Northwestern University. Before Meghan married Prince Harry, many of her quote unquote classmates, friends, sorority sisters from Northwestern University were doing interviews about Meghan. So it's not a surprise, and it wasn't shocking to many people to see Meghan wearing a Northwestern University sweatshirt. Okay. As much as I love Princess Diana, I had no idea that there was a picture of her wearing a Northwestern University sweatshirt. Had no clue. None. And hear me when I say this. Please hear me when I say this. How many times have you seen anybody from the British press post this picture, I should say, of Princess Diana wearing this Northwestern University sweatshirt? How many times have we seen it throughout the years? I don't think we've ever seen it. Okay, why is that? Why is that? Why haven't we seen this photo of Princess Diana wearing this Northwestern University sweatshirt the whole time that Meghan has been married to Prince Harry? Why haven't we seen it? It's been rarely seen. Now they're quick to post other pictures of Princess Diana wearing some American university shirt or sweatshirt. Oh, they're quick to do that. Right? They'll post all over the place. But it's rare, it's very, very rare. Very, very rare that you see this picture of Princess Diana wearing this Northwestern University sweatshirt. Why is that? Now, for the American press, I would say the American press probably either forgot about it or just hadn't seen it, right? But please believe me when I say the UK press was very, very, very well aware of this photo. I believe that the main reason why you rarely saw this picture posted, printed, shown, talked about in the UK press of Princess Diana wearing this Northwestern University sweatshirt is because they knew that Meghan graduated from Northwestern University sweatshirt, and they did not want the comparisons. Right? They didn't want the comparisons. Okay. Now that Meghan has decided to do this video wearing this Northwestern University sweatshirt, bam! UK press jumps over it. They jump all over it. And have the nerve to say the reason why Meghan is wearing this Northwestern University sweatshirt is because it's a nod or a tribute to Princess Diana. Those motherfuckers. I swear. It's like, are you serious? No, she's wearing it because she graduated from that college. I highly doubt that Meghan put on that sweatshirt, even thinking about Princess Diana. Okay. No, she's wearing that sweatshirt because that's what she graduated from. Okay. Now, I don't know how many of you guys are on TikTok, but I do have a TikTok account, Special K Thoughts. If you guys want to check it out, please do. But I've been on TikTok, just watching their videos about this, and boy, I'm telling you, a lot of Americans are going in, boy. I love TikTok. A lot of Americans are going in on this now, calling the British press out. Like, really? Okay. How in the hell is the British press going to cosplay Meghan Markle? Now, let me reword that. How in the hell is the British press going to accuse Meghan Markle of cosplaying Princess Diana when she graduated, when she's an American, born and raised in America, and she actually graduated from Northwestern University? A lot of Americans are just going in on this, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And again, I love Princess Diana. I love her. I love her to bits. And I hate the fact that the British press is using her, to weaponize her against Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. It's a horrible thing. But I'm going to take this from a different perspective. Okay. I'm going to take this from a different perspective. Right. Princess Diana, I read that Princess Diana visited Northwestern University in 1996. Okay. Meghan was what? A freshman, maybe in high school? Right. She graduated from high school in 1999. So she probably was a freshman in high school during that time. And Prince Harry was what? In 6th grade? Something like that. I look at it this way, Princess Diana she knew that her son, Prince Harry, was going to meet somebody who went to Northwestern University and marry them. Princess Diana spoke that into fruition. She did. I'm telling you, Princess Diana knew. Princess Diana knew that Prince Harry was going to marry an American that went to Northwestern University. And Princess Diana picked Meghan out. I'm telling you, I promise you that Princess Diana spoke this into existence. She did. She knew her baby boy was going to meet an American that went to Northwestern University and marry them. Okay? She did. And she picked Meghan out. Oh my God. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and move on. But I'm glad that Meghan's doing and wearing whatever the hell that she wants to do or wear. All right. All right. Again, talking about the power of Meghan's Instagram page. Can you guys hear me? I see in the chat some people say I'm breaking up. All right, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Let's make a meatloaf. Could be my Wi-Fi. Okay. Looking in the chat, people say I'm breaking up. Let me see if I can move closer to my Wi-Fi. Oh, I see. Yeah, my Wi-Fi is blinking. You know how when your Wi-Fi blinks when the buttons blink? All right, am I still breaking up? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna move. Just give me a couple of seconds. Y'all talk among yourselves. Did I read someone's made a meatloaf? Yeah, I'm right by my Wi-Fi, and I can see the buttons blinking off and on, off and on. So I see why my volume is going in and out. All right, how does it sound now? Can you guys see the screen? And also, too, let me know who's making meatloaf, because who's ever making meatloaf, I need help, because every time I make meatloaf, it's a disaster. Oh my gosh. I promise you, every time I make meatloaf, it's a disaster. There's always like some big old crack that happens in the middle of it, and then it falls apart. I mean, it tastes good, but it falls apart. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and go on. We're going to end up ending this podcast. But if you look at your screen, guys, you see the pictures. And like I was saying about Megan's Instagram page, it's a beautiful thing because she's sharing more of her life with us, which is great. Okay, so Megan posted, I believe, yesterday, like around 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. These pictures, well, actually, she posted a video, right? She posted a video. Okay. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna do something real quick. Okay. Can you hear me now, or is it still in and out? Somebody said still in and out, but go on. But like I was saying, for Megan's Instagram page, what I love about it is that she can in post whatever she wants. But what I do feel like she's trying to do is she's giving us insights into her life on her own terms, which is a beautiful thing. Right. So last night, probably around 10 o'clock Eastern time, Megan posted a really short video of her cute daughter, Lilibet, and Serena Williams. And apparently, Lilibet and Serena were playing Candyland. And it's a beautiful thing. You know, Megan posted 3 days until the party begins. Everybody's invited. And of course, she was talking about her TV show that's going to premiere on Netflix called With Love, Meghan, right? And then there's another post where she posts basically saying how Lilibeth is playing with her auntie, who is Serena Williams, the GOAT, which is a beautiful thing. So just awesome, awesome, awesome. Again, it's great that And I know I keep on saying this, but I'm just so happy that she's doing it. Right? I'm just so happy that she's doing it. Meghan is posting on Instagram and she's giving us insights into her personal life on her own terms. Right? And shouldn't she be allowed to do that? Shouldn't everybody be allowed to do that? Isn't that what we all do on social media? We give you bits and insights to our personal lives on our own terms. Right? Isn't that what a lot of famous people do? They control it. They control what the public gets to see. What makes Prince Harry and Meghan any different? Right? What makes them any different? They're not different from anybody else. They are not tax funded. Hell, even tax funded people still control what they put on social media in regards to their personal life. Right? All these tax funded elected officials, I'm talking about the United States now. All these tax funded senators and representatives that have families, we do not demand to see their children. We do not demand to see their children. All these famous people. Has anybody ever in their life ever seen Janet Jackson's son? I'm glad you guys can hear me. Seriously, has anybody ever demanded to see Janet Jackson's son? Has anybody ever demanded to see Justin Timberlake's son? Do we see them children? Do we see those children? Like really, seriously. Okay. Now, back to these pictures. So cute. Lily is so cute. And you can tell she's a girly girl, right? She's a girly girl. And I have a feeling she looks like Prince Harry. Okay. Her side profile screams Prince Harry. Okay. Just I'm just so happy for her. I'm so happy for Prince Harry. Okay. And Serena Williams, the GOAT, Serena Williams, that is a ride or die. Ride or die friend. And you notice in the picture, all of they're all barefooted in the picture. Right? There ain't nobody got no socks on, ain't nobody got no shoes on. So was Serena hanging out, spending the night, hanging out? Who knows? But obviously they hanging, right? Obviously they is hanging together. And I feel so bad. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Hold on. All right, I'm back. I feel so bad, but I forgot to put our favorite prince, the people's prince, Mr. Prince Harry. Okay. I forgot to mention him, but he continues to do big things. Okay. Prince Harry, like he just interviewed Serena Williams, right? Like, did he just interview her? Like, literally? Right. And I did not put that bit of news into this podcast, but I gotta look it up real quick. And he is such an eloquent speaker. But to solve the challenge that we face today. Hope you guys didn't hear that. I don't want to get demonetized. But Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, okay, he spoke at Investing in Our Shared Future, a conversation with Prince Harry. Okay, he was at the summit, and he interviewed Serena Williams. Okay, he was a surprise guest. I don't think anybody expected him to be there. Okay, so again, these two are busy. They're very, very busy. They're working all of the time. But back to this picture right here. All right. Obviously they had some girl time. I don't know if Serena, was at their house. I'm assuming that Serena was at Prince Harry and Meghan's house, or Meghan, Prince Harry, and the kids could have been at Serena's house. I'm not too sure, but I guess the reason why I'm thinking that is because I noticed that there's a book on that table that's entitled Archie and Lilibet's Candyland. So I'm like, does Archie and Lilibet have their own Candyland game? Like, really? But again, and I know I've said it before, I'm gonna go ahead and hurry and move on. But it's great to see that Meghan has the ability to share whatever it is that she wants to share on Instagram, and give us insights into her personal life, and she's able to control that. And I think she's doing a very good job of it. I really honestly do. And again, like I said, um, there are many famous people that have children that we don't see. Many. And we do not demand to see them. There are many people that have taxpayer salaries, and we do not demand to see their children. Okay. Um, so, okay, is that the success as a whole? Is it? Okay. I mean, I figured just as much. Um, but the way these two stick and move, you never know. You never know. And let me go on to the next picture. And again, I know I keep on talking about Megan's Instagram page. I know I do. I know I do. But this Instagram page, in my opinion, it's a game changer. Megan's Instagram page is a game changer. Okay, it really honestly is. Um, just look at the views. Look at the views alone. She's only has what, maybe 7 posts, and look at the views alone. Okay, look at the views alone. I mean, you talking one post was 13.8 million views. The video where she's paying homage to the passing of her dog got like what, 8 million views. When she announced that she was going back on Instagram, she had like what, 11 million views. Her posting about the Invictus games, that got like 3 million views. That's huge. What that does is it promotes the Invictus games, right? Um, Probably the biggest one is her announcement of changing her business name, right? 16.5 million views. It's probably more than that by now. So I'm telling you, her Instagram page and her posting on it is a game changer. All right. All right, everybody. So we all know we got 2 more days, guys. 2 more days until the premiere of With Love Megan. 2 more days. Can't wait. I know a lot of squatties are going to be watching this show right at midnight. Right at midnight. Be tuned into the TV on Netflix with Love, Meghan. Soon as y'all get the notification that it's on, bam, y'all gonna be up watching it. Okay. So I have a feeling that with Love, Meghan is gonna be a huge success. I believe that there's 8 episodes, right? I think all 8 episodes the views are gonna go through the roof. So the promoting is on its way. The promoting is here. New York squatties took pictures. And I mean, Meghan with Love is all over Times Square. It's the same thing that they did for Archetypes, right? So it's great to see that Netflix is promoting this, and it's like what's the guy's name? Ted. I want to say Serranos. I'm probably not even saying his name right, but like he said, right? The Harry and Meghan docuseries is the most successful, most viewed docuseries that Netflix has ever had, and it continues to be a success, right? And like he said, whether you love them or you don't like them, you're watching them. And he killed me when he said, especially in the UK. Bloop. Especially in the UK. People in the UK can't get enough of them. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because they're confused fans. There's something about Meghan that they like. They just want her to fall in line. That's what they want. They want her to fall in line. They want her to fall in line, follow the royal protocol, and be behind Mummelina and Wank. That's what they want. She does that, they'll fall back in love with her. They want her to be behind Mummelina. They want her to say sorry. I'm sorry. And go back to the royal protocol. So, anyway, 2 more days, guys. 2 more days. And I'm pretty sure there are going to be all kinds of watch parties everywhere, right? Watch parties everywhere. All right. So we've come to the end of the podcast. We go to the end of the podcast. Sorry about the sound issues. What part was I breaking up at? Because I really want to revisit that part. Because if I was breaking up at the part where I was talking about Princess Diana, then I'm going to go ahead and repeat what I said about Princess Diana. Okay, wherein Meghan's I shouldn't say. Whoop! Right here. Now, if I was breaking up at this part, I'm going to go ahead and repeat really quickly what I said because I think it's very important. Okay, very important what I was saying about this Northwestern University sweatshirt that Meghan was wearing. Okay, and how the UK press, right, was trying to spin it as in Meghan was cosplaying Princess Diana, who wore this Northwestern University sweatshirt back in 1996. Okay. My point is that this whole time that Meghan has been married to Prince Harry, it's been very rare that we've seen this picture of Princess Diana wearing this Northwestern University sweatshirt. And oh my God, I'm about to throw up because Corrupt Chuck, King Corrupt, is on my TV. Why is King Corrupt on my TV? He's on CNN shaking hands with Zelensky. What the hell? What? Like, what the hell? Why is King Corrupt on my TV? Anyway, back to what I was saying. So I feel like this whole time that Meghan has been married to Prince Harry, that the UK press buried this picture of Princess Diana wearing this Northwestern University sweatshirt because they knew that Meghan graduated from Northwestern University and they did not want I guess what I'm trying to I don't even know I lost train of thought. I guess what I'm trying to say is that they didn't want to right really people like talk about how Meghan graduated from that university and however Princess Diana went to that university as well. She visited that university as well. They didn't want people to see the pictures. They didn't I'm losing train of thought because it's time for me to end this damn podcast. That's what's going on. But what I'm saying is that I feel like the British press buried this picture of Princess Diana wearing this Northwestern University sweatshirt because they knew that Meghan graduated from Northwestern University. Okay. So when Meghan posts this video of her wearing this Northwestern University sweatshirt, the British press had the freaking nerve to say that she was cosplaying Princess Diana, knowing good darn well that Meghan is a graduate of that university. Okay. And if you go on TikTok, I just love how you see many Americans trashing the British press for accusing Meghan of cosplaying Princess Diana when they know good darn well that Meghan is an American and that she graduated from this American university. Okay. So anyway, and I also had said that, hey, kudos to Princess Diana because I feel like in my own twisted head, I feel like that Princess Diana went to Northwestern University. She loved that university. She hoped and prayed that Prince Harry would marry an American that went to Northwestern University. She spoke it into fruition, right? And that I feel like Princess Diana picked Meghan out for Prince Harry to marry. All right. There you go. All right. Hopefully you guys understand what I was trying to say with all my jumbling and mumbling. All right. Like I was saying, guys, it is time to end this podcast. I've had you guys on for 2 hours, which is a long time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Again, I'm sorry for the hearing issues that I had. All right, I'm going to look into the chat real quick. Oh, wow. Really? Okay. So, is it Callie Jen says Lily birthday is the same day Diana visited Northwestern University. Oh, okay, June 4th. Okay, so June 4th, 1996, Princess Diana visited Northwestern University. Northwest is, boy, guys, you guys don't see like, see what I'm saying? Like Princess Diana spoke that into fruition. She did. She visited Northwestern University, right? Her son marries an American that graduated from Northwestern University. Princess Diana picked Meghan out for Prince Harry to marry. Okay? Princess Diana's ghost will live forever. That's all I'm saying. All right. All right. So we've come to the end of this live podcast. I hope you guys have enjoyed this live podcast. Excuse my stumbling and fumbling, but you know how I do. Meghan, Duchess Advocacy World Podcast. You can follow us on YouTube. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on Blue Sky. You can follow us on Apple and Spotify podcast. Let's see, Special K Thoughts. You can follow my TikTok page on Instagram. Okay, it's called, I'm sorry, not Instagram. You can follow my TikTok page and it's called Special K Thoughts. All right, guys, in 2 days, March 4th, there's going to be the premiere of With Love, Meghan. Okay. So can't wait. It's coming. It's finally here. So again, there's going to be a lot of watch parties that squatties are going to have. And it's just going to be a beautiful thing. Don't pay attention to the noise. Don't pay attention to none of that, because at the end of the day, those views are going to be off the chain. Okay. And if it's a really good show, you know, people are going to continue to watch it. The same way people are continually, on a continuous basis, watching the Harry and Meghan docuseries. Okay, people are still watching that. It's still bringing in views. So that's awesome. All right, guys. Are you guys ready for the Rebel Yell? Are you ready for the Rebel Yell? It's been a minute. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute since we've said it, since we've done it. But are you guys ready for the Rebel Yell? Yep, I agree with that. Mute all clowns. Mute them all. Okay, hold on a second. All right, you guys ready for the Rebel Yell? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Continue to wear the SS on your chest, because squatties, you guys know we're the best. We're the best. We're the best. All we do is continue to win, 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 right? All right. Don't forget to hydrate. Feed the chickens, right? Don't forget to hydrate, feed the chickens, stay safe. And no bad energy. No bad energy. All right, guys. Special K Thoughts. Thank you for listening. I love you. I love you all. But it's time to go. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And I hope you guys have a safe week ahead. All right. See you guys later. See you soon. Bye.